Hey, what's up, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm doing a comparison of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero on the Nintendo Switch 1 versus the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, these games are interesting to say the least. So on the Nintendo Switch 1, according to Bandai Namco, the resolution is 720p docked and 480p in handheld. And on the Nintendo Switch 2 version of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which is very bizarre and disappointing, the game runs at a maximum resolution of 810p, very random, dynamic resolution as well, and it's locked at 30 frames per second in docked and portable mode. The game does support HDR, which is quite nice though. But what's bizarre to me about this is that we know the Switch 2 is more than capable of pushing out higher resolutions and frame rates. So there is no excuse for the Switch 2 version of Sparking Zero to be running at 810p and 30 frames per second. Now, there's some upscaling going on. You can actually see it in the game where the resolution is at 810p and then it kind of upscales and gets really sharp. So there's no reason for this with DLSS and the extra power that is available on the Switch 2. There is no reason. And I suspect what Bandai Namco has done is that they started work on the Switch 1 version, got that running to a degree where it's playable, and basically, instead of actually dedicating resources to do an actual proper Switch 2 version, they've taken the Switch 1 version and just ported it across to the Switch 2 with minimal extra work done on top, because there is no reason why this game should not be running at a minimum of 1440p and 60 frames per second on the Switch 2. The hardware is more than capable. And with DLSS, there's no way they couldn't have pushed this maybe to 4K as well. But hey, I digress. Switch 1, it's playable, but it's definitely not the way to go. But it's nice to have a physical copy that's all on the cart. Switch 2 version, if you want to get this for Switch system, definitely is the way to go. It's sharp, it's clear. There is some odd juddering that seems to have picked up from the Switch version as well. Occasionally you might get this odd judder, but it's very, very rare. Gameplay, even though it's 30 frames per second, it's a smooth 30 frames per second in comparison to the Switch 1 version where you've got juddering, you've got uneven frame pacing. You've even got situations with the Switch 1 version where it will just freeze at certain points because there's so much going on the screen, and you almost feel like the game has crashed, and it kind of picks up it kind of catches up with itself as well. So there's little things like that I've noticed while playing this. So I mean, in this comparison video, I've done comparisons for things like the intro, I've done comparisons for things like the main menu when you cycle between the two, so you can see the comparison there. And then a bit of the gameplay. I did some of the battle training, and then I did some actual just training where I was just testing out like the special moves and things like that. So you can see those comparisons in this video. But yeah, I mean, it's disappointing. I mean, for the Switch 1, I can understand the hardware to run that game. It's just not there. I mean, we got some miracle ports on the Switch, but this one was pushing it a little bit. It's playable if you've got a Switch and you like a physical copy. You can get the Switch 1 version, but I would recommend the Switch 2 version. And hopefully Bandai Namco and the developers of this particular version for the Switch 2 will patch it to actually take advantage of the hardware in the future. It's giving Persona 3 Reload, where the hardware can do so much more, but for some bizarre reason the developers more than likely to just rush this out to get it out as quickly as possible in the launch window, for the Switch 2 to kind of capitalize on the hype and everything. You've given us a substandard port based on the hardware that's there. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably play it a bit more. I might do a comparison video with the PS5 as well. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. What's wrong?
Take this seriously. Take this seriously.
I'll crush you with all of my might. I'll crush you with all of my might.
I'll take care of this. I'll take care of this.
Now it's my turn. Now it's my turn.
This should provide some amusement. This should provide some amusement.
My turn. I'm afraid you're not going to survive this. How do you like the results of my training? I'm afraid you're not going to survive this. How do you like? Let's go. I've had enough of you. You're done. I've had enough of you. You're done. Not just going to roll over. Final blast! Not just going to roll over. Final blast! Worthless.
Get ready.
yourself! Behold my newfound evolution! I'll reduce you to nothing but dust! Yeah. There is nothing left for you except death! I'll send you straight to hell! Oh my, I seem to have gotten a little dust on me. I'll reduce you to nothing but dust! Yeah. There is nothing left for you except death! I'll send you straight to hell! Oh my, I seem to have gotten a little dust on me.
Sorry to make you wait. Hope you're at peace. Special beam cannon! Carried away. Sorry to make you wait. Hope you're at peace. Special beam cannon!